Southern California. This is Roadgrimes here, aka R Greasy, aka Dirty D, aka Uncle Greasy, aka whatever the fuck, dude, whatever the fuck, homie. I thought what I'd do is, hip hop's a very conversational music, and we have the ability through the internet and shit today to do this kind of shit. So, as I put out more and more shit, a lot of people are starting to ask questions and say shit. So, I figured, what the hell? I'll put up a video that kind of addresses some of the things that I think should be addressed. So, first of all, rap, hip hop in general, the climate, why I'm in it, why I'm doing it. I think that what's cool about the way that things are today is if you listen to, let me backtrack a little bit. You listen to an album like Public Enemy's Music and Our Message, there's a track in there called Harry Allen's Internet Highway, Super Connected, whatever. It's a message on Chuck D's voicemail he put over a beat, and the guy is basically talking about how, in the future, the labels are going to lose control and everything's going to be decentralized and a hit could come from any direction. And I kind of feel like that's where we're at right now, where you see, all these kind of labels like and rappers just coming out of nowhere. Like Fetty Wap is a great example. The guy just kind of, put the song out of his basement or whatever. And, I'm generalizing. I'm sure he put it into a studio and mixed it, whatever, but you get the idea. So I think personally it's kind of like with the iPod and the way that all the different genres of music are blending right now, it's a really great time to be an artist. And I'm really happy and I'm really grateful to be kind of doing the stuff that I'm doing, have the ability to do what I do. Whether people listen to it or not, I'm enjoying myself. And people are listening to it, so let's face it. But you know what I mean. And if you're an artist, I'm sure you feel the same way. So anyway, next thing I want to talk about. So the Drake, I know this is kind of a dead issue, but the Drake and Funkmaster Flex thing. And there's a thread here, because I'm an older cat, right? Like, I'm in my 30s, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm not like some of these rappers who, they're friggin', just coming out at 20 or 19 or whatever. That's not me. But what I see in the industry, and I see this thread with like the Drake thing, right, is these haters. And it's like, I'm not Drake's biggest fan, but the dude's good. He's got some jams. And, people coming at him to me is just a sign of like where he's at, like what level he is. I've heard people like Snoop and A$AP Rocky say, the guy's the top right now. So, when I saw the Funkmaster Flex thing, he's talking trash. I'm just like, man, he just seems like a bitter old man. It's like, come on, and anyway, peace to Drake, peace to Funk Flex. Like, hope you guys squash that shit. But man, Flex, you come off like a bitter old, like, jealous man with someone like, I remember, and this is the last thing I'll say about it, but there was one point where I was listening to Flex's rant about Drake and what a pussy he was or whatever, and Flex goes, most of your fans is women, and I was just like, what's wrong with that? I mean, isn't that like, personally, I'd much rather have women fans, like I want my concerts full of beautiful women. That's like, what kind of a diss is that, Flex? Like, oh, most of your fans are girls. And anyway, so on that hater, old school, new school kind of thread, I also want to talk about like the mumble rap shit, right? So guys like, what's that cat's name? Lil Yachty or Uzi Vert, whatever. And again, it's that old school, new school. I mean, I kind of see both sides being in the position that I'm in because, I grew up with Tribe, I grew up with Hyro, I grew up with Farside, I grew up with DOS Effects, I grew up with artists that were lyrical. That's what rap is about. It's about lyrics. So the mumble rap thing, to me, I don't get it. But again, to me, it comes down to the hater shit. It's like, those kids are making money, someone likes it. So why you gotta fucking harp on it and be negative towards these kids when they're just living the dream, they're just making music, doing what any artist wants to do, have an audience for it. So anyway, those are a couple of things I've seen going on the news that I just thought, what the hell, you know? I need to be more engaged and talk about stuff like that. So, and I think that's it, you know. If you got questions for me, shoot me an email. I'll put it up in the editing. It's d@roadgrimes.com. But, you know, I'm going to keep putting shit out. The last thing I'll say is, you know, if you follow me at all on social media, the police shit, the police shootings and stuff, and I'm in a unique position where I've seen both sides of that too. You know, there are a lot of great cops, and it's sad that what we see the most of is this shit where, and it's, I mean, to say that there's not a problem is to stick your head in the sand, you know? And how we fix that problem isn't through violence. And I love, you know, I saw the free hugs guy, whatever. And to be honest, the hip hop community, I think, is in the right place with this. It's evolved so much. I saw Snoop, you know, doing stuff with LAPD, and, you know, it's like back in the day, it was like, pop, pop, you know, motherfuckers just trying to cap each other all the time. And I feel like the general consensus these days is so much better. Everyone has evolved. The mindset has elevated to the point where it's not about like who's a tough guy anymore. You know, I mean, it is obviously, hip hop is a sport. It's a competitive music, but it's not like it used to be. I think with the violent shit, where you seem a little more like a douchebag when you come off like that now than you did, you know, in '92 or whatever. But anyway, I'll shut up now. I'm done running my trap. You got some questions, you want to talk about something, shoot me an email, d@roadgrimes.com. In the meantime, you know, I'm gonna keep cranking out tunes. I got a mixtape coming soon, so I hope you pick that up. And yeah, you know, hit me up. Mad love, peace.